Days of Our Lives, March 27, Kristen's explosive threat, and EJ's shocking hero turn deep dive analysis. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your favorite Days of Our Lives obsessed commentator here, and I am pumped for Friday's episode because, oh my gosh, the drama is about to hit nuclear levels in Salem. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We do deep dive spoilers, character psychology, and all the wild history connections every single week. Today we're talking March 27th, and trust me, you're going to want to hear this. All right, let's get the headlines out of the way first, because I know you're dying for the tea. Rachel's sentencing hearing is here. Kristen gives her daughter this twisted little pep talk right before court. Brady and Marlena are convinced Rachel tried to poison Holly with her own antipsychotic meds. Belle's fighting like hell in the courtroom. And then Kristen goes full mama bear psycho mode and threatens Marlena to protect her precious princess. Meanwhile, over on the other side of town, Chanel and Johnny think their final adoption hearing for little Trey is just a formality. Justin's already telling them it's basically a done deal. But Sophia is furious, and she's already cooking up revenge that's aimed straight at Holly. And by extension, Chanel and Johnny, and who's suddenly inserting himself into both of these stories like he's auditioning for Superhero of the Year, EJ. Dimera. Yeah. EJ. Hero. You read that right. That's the surface stuff. Now, let's get real. This is where 70% of this video lives. The deep analysis, the psychology, the history ties, and my honest, no filter opinions. Buckle up. First, Kristen and that threat against Marlena. I have to say, this is classic Kristen, but it feels extra unhinged this time. She's always been the ultimate chaotic force in Salem, right? Remember 2015 to 2016 when she was deep in those baby switch nightmares with Brady? Or the way she faked her own death and came back swinging like a wrecking ball. This woman has never learned that protecting her kids by destroying everyone else just creates bigger explosions. Psychologically, Kristen's operating from pure terror right now. Rachel is innocent in the poisoning mess, but Kristen sees the whole Brady family closing in. So she goes after Marlena, the one person who's been a steady moral compass for decades. Marlena Evans is a legacy character. She's survived demonic possession, multiple deaths, and more Dimera schemes than I can count. For Kristen to threaten her like this, it's not just desperate, it's stupid. I'm sorry, but I'm Team Marlena all the way here. Kristen's at any cost mentality is going to cost her Brady again. You can feel the history repeating itself, and it's deliciously tragic. And Rachel, poor kid, she's caught in the Dimera Brady crossfire just like so many kids before her. Think back 10 years, EJ and Sami's children were constantly used as pawns. Johnny himself was part of that chaos. Now Rachel's standing in court getting bad news from a judge who doesn't care about my mom said it's fine. It's heartbreaking, but it also shows how the sins of the parents keep haunting the next generation in Salem. I genuinely feel for Brady here. He's trying so hard to be the stable dad, but Kristen's shadow keeps poisoning everything. Let's be real for a second. As much as I can't stand Kristen's methods, I get the instinct when your child is threatened, you fight dirty. But Marlena, come on. That's crossing a line that even longtime fans are going to remember for years. Now let's talk about the adoption side of the episode, because this is where EJ Dimera is about to pull off the performance of a lifetime. Chanel and Johnny are so close to making Trey theirs forever. Sophia is seething in the background. Convinced they ruined her life, she's targeting Holly as collateral damage. But we all know the real target is Johnny and Chanel's happiness. Enter EJ. He's determined to get back into his son's good graces. And if that means throwing Sophia under the bus, oh well, he's going to make himself heard in both hearings. And he's going to look like the hero doing it. Here's my hot take, and I know some of you are going to disagree in the comments. I actually respect the hustle but I do not trust the motive. EJ has spent the last decade cycling through villain. Reformed villain, dead. Alive, scheming, and occasionally decent. Remember when he was shot in the back in 2014, or the way he manipulated his way through the Demira Empire while pretending to be a family man. This hero move feels exactly like that old playbook. He's not doing it for Johnny out of pure love. He's doing it because he needs to control the narrative and stay relevant in Salem. But here's the kicker. It might actually work. EJ has this magnetic charm that makes you root for him even when you know he's shady. I'm torn. Guys, part of me wants to see him genuinely redeem himself for once. The other part of me is screaming that this is just another long con. What do you think? Team EJ redemption or team he's still the same old snake? And can we talk about how perfectly these two storylines are colliding? One courtroom for Rachel, one for Trey, and EJ is positioning himself as the savior in both. It's masterful soap opera writing. This is exactly how they used to weave the Demira and Brady worlds together back in the golden era of the show. Predictions time, because I know you guys live for this. I think Kristen's threat against Marlena is going to explode into a full-blown war by next week. Expect Marlena to stay calm on the surface, she always does, but pull some quiet strings that leave Kristen reeling. Rachel's sentencing, it's going to force Brady into an impossible choice between protecting his daughter and protecting the woman he loves. On the adoption front, I'm calling a massive plot twist at that hearing. EJ swoops in looking like a knight in shining armor, but Sophia's revenge plan is already in motion. One wrong move, and the whole thing could blow up in everyone's faces. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a cliffhanger that leaves Johnny questioning everything about his father again. History repeating. Baby. Salem never lets us rest. Does it? These characters keep making the same mistakes, falling into the same traps. And we keep coming back because we love them anyway. So tell me in the comments, are you Team Marlena or secretly rooting for Kristen's chaos? Do you believe EJ's hero act for 1 second? And what do you think happens after that adoption hearing? If you enjoyed this deep dive, the